Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see it. Let's get into today's topic. So last week, Isaiah Thomas made some comments that really pissed off a lot of NBA people. Got a lot of people upset because he basically went on this FanDuel show, Run It Back TV or whatever, and they were talking about Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan. And then Isaiah Thomas was doing his usual prolific hating on Michael Jordan. And then at one point, he basically said, if you replace Michael Jordan with Kevin Durant on the Chicago Bulls, you get the same result. For those of you who don't remember that, take a listen to what Isaiah Thomas had to say here, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to that there.
I've never seen a basketball player like LeBron James. And so there's the eye test. And then now can we back it up with the numbers? And as I said last time I was on the show, he's breaking every single record that's ever been set in the game of basketball. And he's showing up in every individual category. Rebounds, points, assists, games played, baskets made. I mean, he's all over the board. There's never been a player in the history of the game like LeBron James. So does that make him the GOAT? In my opinion, yes. Now, if we're talking about MJ and Kobe, okay, and I guess we're only in the 6'6" category because that seems to be that what the GOAT debate has been defined. Criteria, you got to be 6'6" and under. So that means I can't count. I'm sorry, Boogie, we can't count y'all career. Sorry,
Boogie.
Count, you know?
I'm not even close, so no offense taken.
No, I'm just talking about like the big guys. I'm fighting for the big guys now, even though I'm a little guy. But I look at MJ and Kobe, right? MJ was the original, right? Mm-hmm. And we give credit to Kobe for being the best imitation of the original. So he's always second. Now, I can flip that order. If we're talking about the rankings for me, I'm going LeBron, MJ, Kobe. But I just want people to know we're only talking about these three guys, the 6'6" ranking, because I don't want the observers like, oh, you said nah,
observers.
Stupid observers.
these three guys, right? Okay, to me, I'm going LeBron, MJ, Kobe.
Cool. So you heard what Isaiah Thomas had to say there, right? We did a show about it. A lot of people reacted to it. They called Isaiah Thomas a spectacular hater, right? Like serious hater. So I guess Max Kellerman and Rich Paul's show came back, game over, whatever, and they were talking about this very thing, right? And prior to that, they reacted to the comments that Michael Jordan made about there's no GOATs and all of this. The GOAT conversation is just a bunch of nonsense. Then they got to the part where they started to talk about what Isaiah Thomas had to say, and Rich Paul was kind of like trying to make a conversation out of it, and Max Kellerman essentially just shut the entire conversation. Like, bro, like, what are we doing? Yeah, he would have won some, but he's not doing what Michael Jordan did. So we want to play the video for you guys. Look at these guys go back and forth, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to these guys here.
Did you see where Isaiah said that if you switched Kevin Durant for Michael Jordan, that Kevin would have 6 rings?
They wouldn't have 6, but they would have a handful. I don't think they have as many as.
But the point he made was in the triangle with that supporting cast.
But also, Kevin Durant, to Michael Jordan's point, Kevin Durant would not exist as the kind of player that he is now had he played then. First of all, if you're 7 feet tall, they're going to ask you to do different things then than they let you do now. Secondly, no one's going to let you shoot from 3 as much as they did post Steph Curry. As a result, his 3 is not going to be as sweet, right? Like there are all kinds. Now he'd be better at certain other things but the point is he would be, of course, if you put someone with Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and Phil Jackson and later Dennis Rodman, and he's a super great player, they will win some championships. I don't think they go 6 for 6, but I think
they win 3 or 4.
Yeah,
but you made a point. And back in those days, this was a big issue. If Kevin Durant actually showed up as Kevin Durant, 7 feet.
You pluck him out of now and drop him there?
Yeah.
That's all right. But he would be like, this is from outer space.
Yeah, but my question is, will the general manager and will the coach be smart enough and not be so stuck in their ways to say, no, so what, he's 7 feet. He has the skill set of a guard. I'm going to play him here.
Most would screw it up.
They would screw it up.
Most would screw it up.
Yes, they would.
Shaq talks about, you see like why Shaq likes Giannis so much is because he sees himself in Giannis. Like people think of Shaq as a 350-pounder nowadays. Yeah. When Shaq first came in, he was slim. I mean, he was big and strong, but he was athletic. He could handle for a big guy. Yeah. He could pass. He could like Shaq watches Giannis and goes, man, I wish they would have let me play like that. That hurt a lot of players.
All right, cool. So you heard what they had to say. Look, what's my take on this? I'm not having a conversation of Kevin Durant being better than Michael Jordan because essentially that's what you're saying, or being just as good as MJ. I'm not having this conversation with you. I refuse to. Saying that is saying Kevin Durant is just as good as Michael Jordan. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players in the world. I mean, ever. No doubt about it. No one is taking that away from him. But there are players that are better. Right? Like, what are we doing here? This like the whole conversation when people try to say Stephen Curry's on the level of Kobe. I don't entertain clownish conversation. I don't entertain them. I just simply don't. Right? I don't have those conversations. So Isaiah even saying that was a joke, and he was called out for it, as he should have been called out, because it's nonsense. In terms of Max Kellerman calling, telling Rich Paul like knock it off, he would have won some. I wonder. You're telling me Kevin Durant would have won titles with the Bulls? I don't think Kevin Durant would have won anything with the Bulls. I may give you one, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason I would say that KD doesn't win those titles is not because he's not clutch or anything like that. It's because KD has been it's been shown that KD cannot play against physicality. I remember when the Lakers faced the early OKC and they put Ron Artest on KD, he bothered him because he could crowd him. He could like get physical with him. That hurt his game. And you're telling me in an era where you're allowed to hard foul, you can touch players. Whenever you flash through the paint, they're gonna check you with the elbow or something like that across your chest. You can actually hit guys and get into them. You're telling me KD's gonna play with that physicality? I don't think so. Do you know why? Because I've already seen KD play against that kind of physicality in 2021 against the Boston Celtics, and he was stifled. But you expect me to believe he's gonna play through an era like that? You're insane. I don't believe so. I've already seen him play through physical. I've already seen him play against physical defenders, and he didn't fare well. We remember, all of us saw it, right? And that's what people don't take into account with this era. You're not allowed to touch guys. I remember the video of Kobe Bryant talking to Floyd Mayweather. You know what? Matter of fact, I'll look for it, and we may play it in this video. If you see us play it, it means we found it.
Oh, we go to China tomorrow.
For real?
Go to China tomorrow.
Y'all playing over there?
Back play Golden State up there twice. So we get back to LA tonight and then leave for China tomorrow.
Was it like that when he's on the amateur team? Man, what?
Going all the way out there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's tough. It's always tough to get work.
Sacrifice.
All the way out there.
Huh? Y'all not playing no teams over there?
Play Golden State.
But I'm talking, none of their teams. Because didn't somebody from one of the U.S. teams go there and play?
Yeah, one of the college's teams went over there and had a little scuffle break out. One of their teams was throwing chairs all over the place. Georgetown.
But then I thought a pro team just went over there and played another pro team.
They went over there and thought
but they still be playing some weird teams, right?
Yeah.
But over there, the rules kind of different. But listen, over there the rules kind of different. I think when the ball be like on the rim, you can like.
You can knock it off.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's what Europe. But you know what though? They let you play over there too.
Yeah, you gotta really get fouled.
Over there. They let you play.
You really gotta get fouled.
You know, out here they done change the rules up. Shit, you can't even touch them. Don't touch them. It's crazy.
Kobe said, you can't touch these MFers. He was talking to Floyd. You can't touch them. And he was like, it's a damn shame. So if I'm not allowed to touch you, if every small thing is a foul, obviously you're going to excel as an offensive player. But if I'm allowed to get physical with you, then you find out who the good scorers are. But you expect me to believe KD going to do it. Nah, you would have better off been saying Ronald McDonald's, man. What about Scooby-Doo? Maybe Scooby-Doo would have did it, right? Or maybe Daphne. I don't know.